desert dust bowl sun, where the bill man will call you almost every week. Which bills to pay today, what's left in the fridge to eat. Where stars frame the night.
Well, hello ski bums. Hopefully, as you're seeing this, it's now 2024, and I hope you had an awesome holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, whatever you happen to celebrate. I hope it was great. Got to spend some time with family and friends. We had a great holiday season, and I wasn't able to get out into the workshop too much. I've done a little bit of work over there, but yeah, been mostly trying to get some stuff done in the house, and what that has really made clear is I need a workbench. I need a workbench over here. I need more than one, but I need at least one to start. And I want it over here because when hopefully I'm working on cars and things over here, then I have a workbench right there. So with that in mind, I went to Home Depot and I got this Simpson Strong Tie workbench kit. It wasn't very much money. It gives you a nice cut list there for 2x4s and some, I'm going to use 3/4 inch and actually 1/2 inch plywood. And what's really nice about this is you can kind of modify it. So their kind of directions are for a 36-inch bench height, but I like it a little bit higher, so I'm going to go with 40 inches. And just to make sure that I sit underneath that window trim, I'm going to drop the overall height to 54 inches. So these side pieces will actually be 52.5, and then everything else basically stays the same. You could make it a little longer or like wider or narrower or deeper as you wish, because really it just comes with some brackets and some screws. So let's take a look inside. Apologize for the awkward viewing angle. This is not really the best of work surfaces, thus needing a workbench. So there's the brackets, and yeah, I can see that once you drive some screws through these to lock it all in, that'll be pretty solid. So there's a bunch of those, and nice, and some nice screws, and Phillips head, obviously an American product. And anyway, if you buy 2 of these, you can make a really sturdy 4-shelf. I think it's 8 by, it looks bigger, yeah, like a 8 by probably 2 foot shelf. So that looks like it's awfully sturdy, but it's going to cost you a pretty penny by the time you get all that plywood. Anyway, I'm going to get to cutting some wood. And just like that, in a few minutes, that's 5 and a little bit 8-foot 2x4s, and that is going to be turned into a workbench soon. I do want to paint it in that green shade like you see on the shelf there. So that's going to take a little bit of extra time, and then the top being plywood, we'll probably finish it with a urethane or something like that, make it a little tougher, but the basics are here, so I will probably assemble it, and then I don't know if it'd be nice if those weren't painted, I guess, but I don't know, I kind of don't want to paint each piece individually either. That's going to take a year. I'll see how I decide to go about it. Well, they're green. I did save some time using my fancy schmancy Terda sprayer, which is a part now for cleaning. I did save some time in realizing that each part does not necessarily need to be painted 360 degrees around. Just the vertical post, so that and those two long ones there. Everything else is kind of 2 or 3 sides. And so it only took about half an hour. And then cleaning up the sprayer, well, that took a little bit longer, which had absolutely nothing to do with eggnog. Welcome to day 2 of the SHOPKAT workbench build using the Strong Tie hardware kit with these. You can buy these separately actually. They're called an RTC2Z or Z if you're Canadian like me. Strong Tie connectors, and they're pretty heavy duty, so I've kind of had a look at the instructions plans that are online. The box doesn't come with any, you just scan them with your phone and you can print them if you want. I wouldn't mind having some paper handy, but whatever, it's not rocket science. This is all pretty adjustable, so you can make it your own, tweak it this way and that, like I have for the overall height and for the height of the workbench. I'm a little undecided. I kind of want to put, I don't know if I want to put the bottom shelf as low as possible to keep stuff from going under, or high enough that if stuff does, and it will, that I can get it out. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's get cracking and start building this. I've got the 2 front posts here, so that's where I'm going to start for no reason at all. And the instructions would have you place the Strong Tie connector about 6 inches from the top edge of the connector is 6 inches from the bottom leg, I guess. So yeah, right about there. And of course they kind of suggest that you clamp it in place, but it doesn't seem like it's going to fight that much. Maybe I won't drive all the screws home till it's kind of assembled or something like that. I don't know. Well, that seems like it'll be awfully strong. I'm just going to continue on with the construction. I think I'm going to build the 2 side frames, so it'll have the little side piece here, and then the taller vertical part piece across here, and then I'll join them together, and then we'll take a look at the finished product. Check it out. There's our progress for today. This thing is pretty hefty. It feels incredibly sturdy. I definitely think this is going to fill the bill. I'm rethinking a little bit having this quite this high, but you live and learn. I think it'll be okay. I might regret it if I'm pumping a snowblower up here, but whatever. No big deal. If I really feel bad about it, I can cut the legs and raise the bottom or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's wood. You can work with it. It's beautiful. This floor is not very level here. This section of my workshop is actually, the foundation is kind of fallen away. So if any of you know foundation guys around here that work for free, like, give them my number. It would be nice to get that fixed up. I don't know how much I'm gonna monitor it and see how much I worry about that. But as far as this, I mean, I'll probably have to shim it a bit. So it's got some rock, but to twist it or rack it, there's very little movement there, and once the top is on and the shelf, there's going to be even less. And my plans are somewhat like, I would like to have maybe some drawers under here. So if I add side panels and, you know, drawers or doors, it's only going to get even stronger. I'll probably put a little shelf up here, I think. Just maybe not. Definitely a little light or whatever, although the lighting's pretty good here, thanks to these LED lights that I found on Amazon. Yeah, super happy with this. It's gonna live I don't know, right around there somewhere, I suppose. And I'll have to remember not to hit my head on the heater, but yeah, that's awesome, and that's enough for tonight. I didn't bore you guys with assembly details. There are a ton of videos on YouTube and all over the place on Strong Tie's website how to actually do this. So check those out. And that's enough for tonight. I think I'm gonna head in and go to bed. So until tomorrow, when I pick up some handy panels to put my pegboard on the back and my top and my shelf. Cheers. Well, right now you're standing on my new workbench, and the top is a 3/4 inch plywood, and I just want to sand the edges down, like so that they're a bit rounded, just you know, so resist chipping and whatnot. And I can't think of a better way than with this package from my buddy Chris Mills at Busted Radial Garage. Let's get this thing open and see what's in here. It's actually been here a while, and I just haven't had a chance to get it open yet. Yeah. I won this on one of his famous giveaway live streams. This is from my first Harbor Freight tool, since I don't have any of those here. I think it's from Harbor Freight. It's a Warrior palm detail sander. So that's very cool. That should make quick work of this job. Wow. That worked just fine. Made quick work of it. The reason I wanted to take care of that is because I bought some, where is it? It's right here. Some of this triple thick, one coat clear finish. So just to save time with masking and stuff, I'm just gonna actually pop this off, spray it down, and then I can pop it back on once it's dry. So that's next, and then this thing's basically done for now. What I like about this setup is that because it's wood, you know, and it's basically an empty box, if I want to put sides on it, a back, doors, drawers, shelves, it's all completely customizable within my skill set. So it's rock solid. I think it'll be good.